There has been a massive update on the possible return of one Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt, as these two seem to be ramping up and making their way back to the Laker lineup sooner rather than later. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into the contents of today's video, guys, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 88% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet, and if you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest to make it your home for all of it. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's hop straight into the topics of today's video, as we have major news on a couple of players who have been injured and out for a while. So, Gabe Vincent return on the horizon. So, Gabe Vincent has not had the ideal first season in Los Angeles for the Purple and Gold, as he's only played 5 total games for the Lakers this season. But it seems to be, according to Shams, that he is on his way back to the Laker lineup. So, Shams recently just reported that he has been progressing, ramping up his conditioning on the floor, and it looks like his window to open up to potentially return can be as soon as next week. So, this is very massive news for the Los Angeles Lakers, as Gabe Vincent possibly making a return to the Lakers lineup can shore up this rotation even more, giving them the Lakers another solid level player they can plug in this rotation, where they've really had a nice little flow going a little bit with their 3-guard lineups, as D'Angelo Russell has been playing out of his mind. And then we also have Austin Reaves, who's been playing a lot better of late, and then Spencer Dinwiddie, who's really getting acclimated to his new role and doing a lot more things on the defensive side of the ball, which is really helping the Lakers out. But now you insert Gabe Vincent, who played extremely well for the Miami Heat last season, especially in that playoffs, and then those playoffs up into the finals. And then he's another guy that the Lakers could possibly look to insert in this lineup and shore up some things for that defense back there, because that's the biggest reason I believe Gabe Vincent could probably add to this team, and that's on the defensive side of the ball, as he is probably one of the better point of attack guys out of all 3 of the guards they have on the roster currently. So Gabe Vincent making his way back and for a possible return is going to be really helpful for this Lakers squad, especially when there's going to be possibly nights where guys like maybe an Austin Reaves or D'Angelo Russell don't have it shooting wise, and then you can insert another guy who's a very high level player. And the luxury of having Spencer Dinwiddie come to the Lakers in the buyout market means he doesn't have to really be thrown in right away and then having to kind of like learn some things like on the fly, but he just kind of has to go a little bit at his own pace. And I know we don't have too many games to really of runway for the Lakers to really test this out, but there is enough time, probably about like 15 games or so, where he can probably get his feet wet and then possibly help this Lakers squad in a multitude of ways. Because I did allude to the defense, as that's going to be a big calling card as his point of attack defense, but he is a very solid catch and shoot guy, and he's a guy who's very familiar with the 5-out system, that's the system the Lakers have been running. And he can be a guy where you can plug and play, where he can run you some offense, run you some plays, run you some pick and roll, or he can be a guy who can be a catch and shoot shooter and can be very deadly at that as well. So getting Gabe Vincent back for the Los Angeles Lakers is going to be massive for this run that they're trying to have here. And so they're going to need all these healthy bodies that they can to make these proper decisions, especially in some of these matchups where that's what it's all going to come down to for the Los Angeles Lakers, and what teams what teams have and what teams don't have. So the Lakers, who really struggle in that speed and athleticism department, while Gabe Vincent isn't uberly athletic, that point of attack defense really does help and show up in spots, especially when you're going up against a lot of speedy teams or speedy guards. So teams like the Sacramento Kings, who have a very fast backcourt with De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk and guys like that, and Davion Mitchell. So he can help out there as well without compromising you on the offensive side of the ball, because his ability to shoot the ball. Now, he's a career 33% 3-point shooter, but that tends to go up when you're around guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, as you're probably going to be looked at to get more open shots because those guys draw so much attention to them. And then also with how the other guys on the roster are playing, guys like Rui Hachimura and D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reaves, these are guys that you really can't leave out for open shots, or even sometimes even guard in single coverage, as D'Angelo Russell has been scorching earth with his 3-point shooting. He's probably on his way to breaking a Lakers record. And then Austin Reaves, who's just saucy as always, is just can be a very tough cover for a lot of guys. And then if you add Gabe Vincent to that, that can really shore up the Lakers. But there's another player that the Lakers could possibly be coming back, and this is actually pretty big, as Vanderbilt's return might be closer than we thought. So, Jared Vanderbilt, who was a massive piece for the Los Angeles Lakers last season, especially in his point of attack defense, his rebounding, and just straight up intangibles that he provides to the Los Angeles Lakers, has been sorely missed for most parts of the season. There was a little bit of a runway there. I think it was like post January, just into that early parts of February, where Jared Vanderbilt really was starting to get a little bit acclimated to the squad, and he was finding his role, especially on the offensive side of the ball, because the defense with Jared Vanderbilt is not the issue. It is his offense and what he can provide on that side of the with that side of the ball. So Jared Vanderbilt was really starting to make waves on the offensive side of the ball, not only just being a connective player and just making the right reads, the right passes, but also being a guy who can be a screen setter, a guy who can do dribble handoffs with a lot of different players, and then also be a guy who can help the Lakers on the offensive glass. While they do have one of the better offensive rebounders in Anthony Davis, but Anthony Davis isn't always looking to get the offensive rebounds in some matchups. So Jared Vanderbilt, especially when he is not even guarded on the perimeter at all, has really free reign to really run in and get some of these offensive rebounds and get the Lakers extra possessions, which can be very vital down the stretch. But like I said, his offense is very key to what the Lakers are trying to do, as their offense has been a lot better within these past couple of months. They have been one of the top 10 offenses in the NBA since January. So the Lakers are going to need Jared Vanderbilt's offense to really help shore them up, because we know his defense is really his calling card, and that's the reason why he got his money's worth, because of his ability to guard smaller players, like how he was guarding guys like Steph Curry in the playoffs, or even guys bigger than him a little bit, like Julius Randle types, or some of these power forwards. His Swiss Army-ness in his defense is really crucial to the Los Angeles Lakers defensive schemes, as he's a guy that can switch onto a multitude of guys, and then he's very, very good at the point of attack, and that's really nice to have, especially in a 6'8", 6'9" forward. So you can deploy him in a multitude of ways on that defensive side of the ball, and then that really helps the Los Angeles Lakers out, especially when you have the defensive savant back there in Anthony Davis shoring things up on that end. So Jared Vanderbilt plugging that in and having him just kind of be everywhere on the defensive side of the ball only helps guys like Anthony Davis out. And then he's also a good rebounder, which I say this constantly as the Lakers struggle to finish out possessions and clean glass, as they will say, and really help end things out and help them get on the offensive side of the ball. So Jared Vanderbilt can help in a multitude of ways of him coming back, and it is very encouraging to see that he can be back in possibly 2 weeks, according to Shams Charania. So he said this about Jared Vanderbilt and a possible return. So he said he's told over the next week or two that he's hopeful to be progressing back to getting on the floor for the Los Angeles Lakers, which is once again massive news for this Laker team, as they're going to need guys like Jared Vanderbilt and guys like of Gabe Vincent to really help shore up this lineup and really give the Lakers that proper depth that they're going to need to go in this playoff run here. So getting guys like Gabe Vincent, although he hasn't played too much, I think can be very helpful to the Lakers squad. And then also Jared Vanderbilt, who I love and is a defensive Swiss Army knife, and then his offense was really starting to blossom in that early parts of the year. So getting these two guys back is going to be crucial for the Lakers in this stretch run as they try to make their way out of that play-in territory and into that top 6 of the West. They're currently still at the 9th seed, but they could make up some ground here this week they have a couple of big games. They don't have a ton of games this week. They only have 2 games, and they've got one in Sacramento, which is going to be very crucial because Sacramento is literally right above them in the standings. And then they also have a game on Saturday against the Golden State Warriors, and you definitely want to win that game because you don't want to fall into the 10 seed for the Los Angeles Lakers and then having to be in a play-in situation, but doing it on the road in a place like Golden State against a guy like Steph Curry. So that these next couple of games here are very crucial for the Lakers. They won't have guys like Vanderbilt or Vincent back in those ones, but the week after that, this can be a possibility. We can see Gabe Vincent, and then maybe even the week after that, we can see Jared Vanderbilt on the floor for the Los Angeles Lakers. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys comment down below of what you think you can expect from a guy like Gabe Vincent or Jared Vanderbilt coming back to the Lakers lineup and how it will help the Lakers down the stretch. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama for Lakers Digest, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.